professionals. It's Shawn Tuttle, today in Los Altos, California. Today's subject is on recognizing patterns while you're on your path. Because what so often happens is we have this idea, say for a business or a new project, a new offering or something, and we are so excited and we're just completely lit up, and that's how we know we're on the right track. It's just our soul speaking to us saying, yes, I want that. And you know there's nothing at all that can get in your way until tomorrow and life happens and stuff comes up. And you know, the longer a project takes, the more motivation you need and the more inspiration you need. And then every once in a while you have these days and you're just doubting and you're thinking, what am I thinking? What in the world was I thinking when I said I was going to, or like, I can't do that, or it's too hard. And, you know, you just get into it and it's just hard, you know, like, some of the stuff is just hard. Either the work itself, we're having to stretch ourselves skill-wise or comfort-wise. Maybe it's, you know, pushing for some personal growth, whatever it is. So there are 3 kinds of patterns that I'm going to suggest that you watch for that can sometimes help move through some of these darker times on your way to that eternal yes. I've been spending a bunch of time with my niece and nephew lately, so they are going to help out, not in person, they're out of town right now, but they're going to help out with some examples for these patterns. The first one is being aware of what motivates you. For my niece, baking cookies and playing hide and seek is always sure to get her like up and running and excited and motivated to go. For me, a little more sedate. I like reading. That's what helps me get motivated again if I've lost, you know, just some of the enthusiasm for what I'm doing. This isn't necessarily for the really dark times, but it's for the times where it's like, where was I? What am I doing? And, you know, kind of lost that focus. So I like Fast Company magazine. I find that those articles are just so interesting. They get into creativity and sustainability and, my kind of business there. And I also like reading inspirational texts because those are the things that help me come back to my heart. And that is where my purpose and my mission and my passion are absolutely rooted. So if I'm feeling a little lost, coming back here is a surefire way to kind of get the motor running again. Number 2, being aware of your tendency, if you have this tendency, of where you're spreading your energy too thin. Okay, so you've got this big piece of toast and you glop on this big thing of jelly, right? So we're back in niece and nephew land. And plop on this jelly, but it's a big piece of toast. And so you start spreading it and spreading it and spreading it. And so by the time you cover the whole piece of toast, the jam is just so thin. So are you still going to get the same satisfying, like jammy toast experience? Probably not. Smaller piece of toast, same amount of jam, and tastes so much better. So of course, the jam is your energy, where you only have so much, right? You have 1 glop a day. And so the more you spread it, the more commitments that you say yes to, the more things that you have going on means the more energy out. Number 3 has to do with the doozy patterns. These are the ones that can kick your butt. Okay, so right now my nephew is teething, right? And so he's just in discomfort and in pain, and he expresses that, and he's cranky and he's irritable and he just, and everybody else pays for it as well. But then the tooth busts through. There's a breakthrough. And then there's a new tooth. And from that point forward, he's forgotten what it was like to not have that tooth, not there, like the before state. So how this manifests for me and very possibly for you as well. So these are the ones to watch out for, the doozy. So I'll be cruising along, doing great, working on my projects. And then I'll get to this period where it's just dark and I feel emotional and like I'll just start crying for seemingly no reason, and my focus will just get like shorter and shorter, lose touch with the big picture. This is when my fantasies of getting a job come in, and nothing makes sense, nothing is good, and it's just hard and I feel stuck and it's terrible. And then usually this involves a conversation, or what ends up happening in getting out of it is I'll have a conversation, and it's often with my sister, who has been so incredibly supportive. And she knows that I'm not just going to stop. And so even though I'm like, I'm going to go get a job, she's like, yeah, right. Like, see you tomorrow. Check in on that one again. But in talking with her, what will come up is awareness of an issue that I've been having, a problem of some sort that is trying to get worked out. And without fail, within a couple of days, boom, breakthrough happens. New state. I've completely forgotten what the last one was, and I'm flying again. And I'm so excited. It's like, forgot what it was like to be in that dark space. And it usually involves some form of growth. Like this happened before I brought Kathy Frey, my new teammate, on board. It happened. What are some of the other big ones? Basically before these like huge decisions that represented growth in my own business. I went through that, like miserable for me and everybody around me. And then boom, breakthrough and smooth sailing until the next time. Patterns. Which ones get you? Which ones could you be more aware of that will help you in getting through some of the tougher times of being a fabulous, independent, creative, awesome human being that you are? Throw them in the comments section if you'd like to, or just think about it and keep that in mind for future use. That's it for today. Until the next time, stay tuned.